We have the first game of the final stretch, Daybreak against win, wreck, and lose game in Group F. Okay. What do we have here? Blissey first pick, of course. Psyduck, Snorlax, Garchomp very early picked.
Oh my
AZUMARILL?
goodness, no way.
We have AZUMARILL in the first game. Okay, maybe it's good we have this team. What is this comp? Garchomp, Inteleon, AZUMARILL, Mamoswine. Okay. And win, wreck, lose game from an A. Psyduck, Snorlax, Meowscarada, Dodrio, and last pick on? Of course. Lucario for the coding. Of course. Honestly, not a surprise. Tough Pokemon. Might see off Lucario.
But we'll have to see.
Oh, we have the big zoom. Look at us. The big zoom.
Of NAIC. We have Daybreak over on the
Let's get it done.
Winrack, lose game representing NA on the
Let's get it done.
Our Magnemite is going to take us down.
Does he have the Lucario skin already?
No,
right.
Take a look at the central area of Daybreak, an early invade.
What if we just watch the entire game like this?
As we head down to the bottom path.
Wait, am I mixed out? I'm mixed out, right? I'm mixed out, okay.
Bottom path, but no attackers on the side of Winrack lose game, and that Meowscarada is down there.
Oh, that Psyduck passive to just go and
AZUMARILL
push
4.
back that Chansey and the
Oh,
AZUMARILL.
X-Speed popped, Aqua Tail.
They weren't able to lock down any wild Pokemon.
Okay, OCE starting with first blood of the tournament.
Of the AZUMARILL.
First KO.
And now this is
He
where
has the skin.
power comes in earlier
He has
on
it.
to try and stop down and slow
Oh, that
the
Meteor
opponent
Mesh
down,
is the coolest
especially
ability on the
because they
skin.
have that attack weight stack.
Like legend.
Yeah, coding one of the best Lucario players in North America.
And Dodrio, alarm, alarm.
As time is tale as old as time itself, Lucario
Alarm,
and
alarm.
coding are just two names.
What was that? We're just okay. That's literally the Dodrio in my team ganking my lane early game. It looks familiar.
A lot of that going over to Daybreak as they push on forward.
Yeah, well, they do have the
Looks
numbers
very
advantage
familiar.
here for 4 versus 3. Winrack are just using that flux zone to
Her
their
skin
advantage
was
to
great.
making sure that Daybreak cannot push on through too far.
I'm going for it. I don't care.
AZUMARILL heading back to their central area. They will find a Snorlax invading them. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top path.
Is Snorlax invading? Where? Where's Snorlax invading?
To play. Dodrio gets that
Snorlax is invading where?
Stage 2 evolution, and it's one of the Pokemon that can really take over the game in the early game. Again, if you can get that 5 early on.
Yeah, well, it does have that extra head there, so has reached that level 5. Otherwise, up in the top path, just opening, making a run for it once again. Anon does try to make a dive, but
Daybreak is playing for the World Championship, like, by the way, and they pick AZUMARILL.
Yeah, big fight breaking out here in the central area.
They're playing for the chance to qualify for Worlds, and they bring out the AZUMARIll. But, oh, he's clean!
And maybe able to get
Clean!
a knockout as well, an auto attack from that.
Another 2 KOs, Aqua Tail, and
over to their side
oh my.
Going over to Joe.
Oh, but E-Speed look coding! No, he's also dead.
Here is that huge power, critical hits, and a KO streak of 3 for Joe.
AZUMARIll.
Yes, this is a great early start for a
AZUMARIll
here. Aqua Tail packing a punch with those critical hits, but also providing some great sustain for Joe. They have their Unite move now at level 8, as we do have 2 of these Pokemon battling it out in the top half.
Holy.
Yeah, again, I wanted to really touch up on AZUMARILL once again. We don't see this Pokemon all too often, but it's exactly the situation you want to be, Kello.
These 1v1 oh my gosh!
If you're able to hit one singular enemy Pokemon, you can 100%
Alright, wrap it up, guys. First game over. Give AZUMARIll the win already. It's fine.
Pokemon, it's just standard damage. And when you have just these isolated Pokemon, this is exactly what you want to see when you're playing AZUMARIll.
Oh, interesting call here to go and leave that Inteleon to shred up that bottom half while we have that AZUMARIll and Blissey going and invading the enemy territory. This does allow the chance for 3 of these members from Winrack to shred down this Rayquaza,
He's
but we
crazy.
can already see that Mamoswine or Piloswine is already there to go and defend.
Yeah, Reggie's still going to be taken by Daybreak as they pivot up to the top path. I think that Reggie
just show us top. Just show us top right now. Show us top. We don't need this view. Okay, thank you.
And they are able to break that goal zone down. The fight continuing to break out here in the
I don't need to see them time up, man. You just have to see top lane.
Daybreak is looking so strong right now. If you take a look at their team in terms of scaling and in terms of tempo, these are typically Pokemon that take
AZUMARIll is dropping low. Dodrio has Unite. Is he going for it? He's going for the KO, and he just got one. Oh my god, he got one tapped.
Triple Trample tries to make a move here, and Winrack lose game.
He got one tapped.
But here comes the rest of the cavalry.
Yeah, 5 members up against 4. Unite move is going to be used from that Meowscarada, but they instantly get taken
Nice.
Down. Livid Outrage coming out from the Garchomp to try and create some space, and it's only the Dodrio left standing as these points are going to roll on through. Another 2 KO streak for Joe, leading them at level 11, highest level on the map.
Take a moment of reprieve. Let's go ahead and take a look at our field state.
1-0
to 1-2-9. Again, tuning in for the first time.
Daybreak might have been the move here. Nah, Daybreak is ass.
Game, and you also
That's not
get whoever scores the most points is the winner of each of these games.
No.
And right now, looking really strong for Daybreak. They have every Pokemon in their Stage 3 evolution. If
No.
they have one, Garchomp leading the pack at level 11.
No.
Inteleon at level
You don't.
10.
No.
Joe on
Daybreak.
that
No.
AZUMARILL is really starting to take hold. Level 12 on
Oh, the
this Pokemon.
snipe shot.
Level 12 is huge for the AZUMARILL, especially with that Water Pulse Plus. When you have the opposing team all bunched together, seeing that Water Pulse bounce between them is going to be increased.
According only level 9.
Down. So massive going into these next team fights. We still have 15 seconds left to go until that second baseman Reggie spawns on in. But it looks like Coding is going to take an opportunity to try and power up that attack weight with 15 points in the tier 2.
Oh, really nice move by
Oh, he's just dead. I mean,
eject button from Anon.
He's just dead.
Fu to get that knockout there. A Pokemon that I want to talk about as well is my Pokemon to watch for the weekend to get that.
Well, it is Mifu, no? What are you saying? Isn't it?
Inteleon. If you take a look at WinRack Lose game, they don't have any active healers, active supporters on their team, right?
I thought he's on that team.
One of these snipe shots, it's
Yeah, it is him. Why?
Of damage.
That is him.
Able to take the Reggie
Pitch for Unite.
Too, and it looks
It's
like
actually
they're
him,
gonna
yeah.
test
It's
the defense of
Mifu,
WinRack.
yes.
Oh, but look at this. Unite moves are
He's the
going to
Mammoth
be
Spine.
flying here as the Azul Spy Vision is going to try and give them some vision. Of course, Bliss assistance to just assist them along as Reggie Alecki is
big
at
fight,
the
the scoop,
halfway
the
point.
ace.
And it looked like WinRack
Only Dodrio
Lose
left
game
alive.
have lost the Reggie
He's going for the
Alecki
KO.
and this
Oh, he tried.
pad, and that home base is now
But Garchomp
left
gets
wide
away.
open. 282 points to 208. Still a close match between these two teams, but we can just see the power levels from Daybreak are just soaring.
Yeah, Daybreak is definitely breaking this game wide open. 282 to 208, 1 minute and 30 seconds before the final stretch. Again, WinRack Lose game, I said this word before, but a team that is very volatile in their team compositions, they want to have these speedsters and that Lucario at a level advantage. Unfortunately, they are at a deficit right now, Kello.
The Geo can't get anything done for now. Or combo, nice combo.
So hard to knock out.
Yeah, especially with that.
Another KO for AZUMARILL.
To give them that speed boost to close the distance.
Garchomp eject button combo.
Is trying to take down Coding here.
And Coding is down again.
Snipe shot does end up missing its mark, but it ends up being It's Mifu to
done again.
The KO with that.
Goodbye.
One more objective in the bottom path. It is going to be Reggie Ice appearing in the southern part
not very
of
nice, Dai. Stop blaming players,
hit
please.
Objective. You get better passive healing, and it's going to be
As a mod of mine, you can't flame players. You're going to put me into a bad light.
Yeah, we can see the wide angle here of the map.
Come on, Dai.
Lose game. They're trying to find an opening, group up together as Daybreak are looking to pincer them from both sides.
Yeah, it looks like it's just the Snorlax in the wall here. Super SP looking really strong on the Snorlax. Level 10, really bulky. There's that AZUMARILL once again in the top half.
Let's kind of blame them for Dai. Remember the guy from yesterday? When one of my... Wait, was it UCS saying? No, someone said, oh, the enemy team was so bad and still won, and then this guy went on like a rampage in my chat. See? I didn't even say anything. It was one of my Twitch chatters, and then the guy was super mad.
Here's that Unite move. Lakoti starting out. Dodrio KO string of 2, triple trample, and Mammoth Mash trying to keep their team
Dodrio now.
Just the defender
Wait.
and the supporter. I don't know if they have enough
Azu has to cook again.
But they do have the player advantage.
Can Azu save the game? Has Unite? No, it can't. Oh, Bliss assistance, never mind.
We have the Bliss assistance to go and save Joe, who's going in swinging fast with that Aqua Tail, and now WinRack have nothing to do.
Oh my god, the Aqua Tail attack speed with Helping Hand is crazy. He's going, but he can't reach the duck.
Joe might be round, but he is a wrecking ball right now. Take a look at the HP bar supported by that Blissey. This is going to be such a difficult Pokemon to take down. The Meowscarada gets taken out by Anon with that Garchomp. They are going to take
5 against 3. OCE advantage.
Snorlax is at 50% HP. Take a look at your mini map. Daybreak going for a score in double time.
They kept 80 points
from Joe. 4:16 to
I'm surprised they're not doing Ray, but
one thing they
yeah,
have
they don't
to
have
be
to, I
wary
guess.
of is going to be this Dodrio with that super fast speeding tool, but Anon is aware of that, making sure to go and defend that
Yeah, it's
T2
Arceus
pad.
view.
A minute left on the clock. WinRAK lose game.
I mean, they
need to
can
try
still
and
lose
do
now.
something
They
and
didn't get
take
rid of
this
Ray,
Rayquaza
so
to try and win this game.
Yeah, again, Keller, we were talking about that 10% boost for the Rayquaza. It
Garchomp
gets
is
even
caught.
more HP as time continues.
Yes, Unite.
Pokemon Unite. 45 seconds
45 seconds left, though. I mean, they can't make it. I mean, they have no Ray damage, I guess. They can't do Ray. Intellion Unite popped.
Pop that Azure Spy Vision. Really nice engage by Super SP. Going into
The coding is here now. Nice eject button from Intellion, but he's dead.
Daybreak, and it looks like
But we have AZUMARILL alive. No problem.
But they are going to lose their Lucario in response.
25 seconds
Holy.
left to go, Joe, with another 2 KO streak as they're trying to find an opening into this Rayquaza pit. Meowscarada is going to make a run for it, but they only have 12 points on hand as they're sending out their double team as a decoy. It's Mifu is down on that bottom tier 2 pad to go and defend. Picks up a super there as they're going to go in with a block, and now 5 seconds left to
OCE
go.
and AZUMARILL take the first game of the tournament. Hello.
Unfortunately, it's Unite
Okay, second draft. We have a Mewtwo. Oh, it's Mewtwo White, right? Yeah. Zoroark Comfey. Okay. What's the answer now from Daybreak? What are they gonna play against Zoroark Comfey? Sableye? No. AZUMARILL? No. Scizor? Scizor or Scyther?
Zoroark and
okay.
has definitely
I mean, Scyther can work. You press it and hope for the best.
Season, so
I assume it's Scyther, right?
One of those last-ditch
but who knows?
to try and make a win this
Garchomp first picks Snorlax, Intellion, Zoroark Comfey into Blaziken, Hooper, Mamoswine, Mewtwo, and either Scyther or Scizor. Second game, okay, this is gonna be interesting.
So WinRAK
the coding Zoroark.
this one home.
Yeah, winning your first set of the
wow,
day
what an illusion.
definitely start you
what
out
a gamer.
with a really strong performance. I would say 2 wins in sets.
What a gamer.
Would definitely pass you on to day number 2, but Group F, all these games will be best of
Surely it's
3.
Scyther, right? I
Lupa
mean, surely.
And this Blaziken in
We will
the
see
top
in
path
like 10
going up
seconds.
against this Garchomp.
Not even 10
Typically
seconds.
played in the top path, it needs a ton of EXP to get online, but it's a Pokemon,
We'll find
in my
out
opinion,
now.
that has impact at all
And
stages
I
of the game.
think
It can
it's
counter-stack
a
very well
Scizor.
in the early game. Those
What is Joe
auto-attacks can be
doing?
deceptively damaging.
What is Joe
and once
doing?
you get to level 5, you get
He's
that
just having
ability,
fun.
and the fight is continuing to break out here.
He just pick whatever he wants to, man.
To be a Scizor.
It is a Scizor.
Has reached that level 5.
Joe, man.
So just going in for more that brawlier style sustain with those punches. Otherwise, Snorlax is going
and they
to
get
take
first
a hit
KO.
as they are
Almost.
just taking a beating, but they were able to make it on out with the eject button as those birds spawn on.
Oh!
That is a massive KO for Daybreak as they are able to KO the Zoro.
Joe is just the best player, I guess. He's just the best.
For Joe, and especially KOing the Zoroark in the early game. This is a Pokemon that takes
Hugh-chan?
over the early game. Is that a Sweet Kiss Comfey?
It is a Sweet Kiss.
Oh, Sweet Kiss, I mean,
okay,
what?
So this is different in terms of not providing the sustain for whoever
Chris, you said
attached to,
Scizor Jung is
but
griefing?
dragging in those opponents. And this is
Yeah, I
actually
said
going
that
to
like
be
2
so
years ago.
helpful as
I literally made videos
Garchomp
about
is
saying
going
that
to
Scizor Jung
dive
is good
on
now.
in, and Comfey's just going to keep
Like,
him there,
almost a
preventing
year
them
ago
from
already.
running away.
Yeah,
Rocco, you're a bit out of date.
Pull enemy team members away. Take a look at Daybreak. They are a little aggressive in
Bit
their
out of date.
positioning right here. Sideshrek is going to find their way onto
And
Coding.
Coding is just dead again.
They're going to be jumped
Nice
on
invade.
by Daybreak. They're going to lose that blue buff, but they're very quickly losing their experience, Kello. Level 6 on your Zoroark against speedsters. You want them to be ahead.
Stream? What? Stream question mark? Wait, what? Is something wrong?
You are behind.
Oh, is something
They are
wrong?
behind, but not too far behind with those 2 level 7s. Otherwise, we do have Joe reaching that level 8. Very
Am I
close
not
to
live?
level 9 when they do end up getting their Unite move. But it looks like Daybreak are playing more for that
Like,
bottom
I have no
side
drops.
rather than top side that WinRAK are
It might be
able
Twitch,
to get
guys. Don't
in some
refresh.
jumps of their own, leaving this pad on
Twitch outside
47,
yesterday
50
issues.
now.
Yeah, 102 to 90.
So, yeah.
Short lead here by WinRAK lose game, but again, in my opinion, WinRAK lose game should
Which also
be
issues
winning
yesterday.
this early game,
Another double kill from Mewtwo. Joe's going, is he going to Unite move?
Progressive into
No,
the
he
middle
tried
part
maybe.
of the game. Their Pokemon start to scale. They start to get their final tier evolutions. They get their Unite moves online, and especially for this Blaziken, getting to level 8 as it is now, before the first major objective is honestly a big win for Daybreak.
They're fighting the... Why is he going in?
Here trying to prioritize this top path as Blaziken on the minimap. You've seen soloing down that basement Reggie. If they are to go and break this is going to create so much space for Daybreak to go and secure a Reggie Alecki for their squad.
And not only that, I believe it was the Blaziken going in a 1v1 versus that Reggie steal. You can see those 3 red dots right underneath the members of Daybreak will give them more damage for the next 90 seconds, and that is going to be very, very helpful as they push this tier 2 with this Reggie Alecki.
To be fair, but I mean, Daybreak is playing very well. But of course, it's like some random NA team, but it's not like they have bad players either, right? Like, those NA players are not that terrible, so I mean...
They are able to KO the Mammoth.
Daybreak's playing well so far.
At this point,
Joe is dead though. Oh, Joe's dead. Oh, Zorak died.
Defense really strong for WinRAK. They really needed to win that one. They also got a couple of KOs as well. Joe going down onto the Scizor. This is their first breath of life, and it's honestly on the back of this Garchomp. It hits that stage 3 evolution. You get that Unite move and expect this Comfey to be on this Garchomp for the remainder of the game.
Yeah, it's funny to see this Comfey on the Garchomp rather than prioritizing the Zoroark, which is what we normally see. But I guess with this Sweet Kiss, it seems like the logical core. They are at that level 11 mark. Super making sure to go and check that tall grass. DC is found there, but not able to get stunned because of that block, giving them unstoppable there.
Yeah, level 11 on Zenbro, highest on their side of the field, one of the highest on the battlefield. Once it hits level 11, it gets access to its first upgraded ability at level 13. It gets just a little bit more lifesteal and trying to stay alive. You can see that lifesteal trying to come into play.
Comfey dash, no, not yet. But I mean, Zorak's gonna try to pick up Comfey maybe.
Surrounded by all of Daybreak, those shieldings.
Oh, they're still alive actually. Oh, Zorak can cook here. Oh, Zorak is still alive.
From that Sweet Kiss,
holy.
The Inteleon with that Unite move trying to KO.
But it was actually kind of insane. Joe's alive. Joe. He's dead, right? He's still. Oh my god, he's alive. Yo, Scizor, best.
Garchomp is going in with another Unite of their own. Does end up bonking Joe on the head, but it ends up being Garchomp that loses that fight. After all, both objectives on the field. Once again, we can see a Regirock chilling downstairs as Daybreak are going to prioritize Reggie Alecki once again.
Jesus,
really
man.
Interesting relationship between Scizor and specifically physical attackers. Specifically this Garchomp and this Zorak, you actually do increase your physical defenses when you're going toe-to-toe with these two Pokemon. So 1v1, you can actually win a lot of these 1v1s with Scizor. Here comes the 6-player push.
Probably this is gone again.
This is going to be a huge win.
Yeah, my viewership is dropped by like 100, so I think Twitch is broke a bit.
277, and they are breaking this goal zone down, Kello.
Yeah, WinRAK not having the
my viewership dropped by 200. Oh my gosh, I lost 200 viewers.
Used it in that previous fight. So this is going to give great momentum to Daybreak as they are going to clean up all of the wild Pokemon from that central area and make their way back over to their side.
Get a moment of reprieve here. WinRAK lose game and needs to find some momentum anywhere on the map. They're going to
in my stream, Querscheit restart, yeah.
The southern part of the
map again, CrisPod Viberts. Bro, I don't. What am I reading, man?
It will trickle over to the final stretch.
Oh, Zorak backline. Gets one.
From Super SP going into that power nap.
It's still not lost.
Going into the livid outrage.
But I mean, they're so far behind. But they're getting 2 KOs right here. But Scizor, Joe is here. Joe is here. He's going in. He gets comboed. He's comboed. He's perma-CC'd, and Joe is done.
Joe ended up diving on in without any backup there as Fury's going to pick up this Snorlax, but it's just too tanky to take on down. WinRAK have definitely caught on up here. 2 KO streak for JR here, and this is going to provide them the opportunity to go and dunk, but it's still not enough to take that lead.
Yeah, but I can watch this stream though. I mean, I guess my Twitch isn't that.
To 327, Daybreak still have the lead.
A mass exodus to that top path.
Weird.
Typically because a Reggie Alecki going to a home goal zone. You can see on the mini-map, not a singular goal zone for WinRAK lose game. That is typically a win condition for your team. If Daybreak able to capture this Reggie Alecki, it is going to be going the distance.
But I can't get it in time. I'm just gonna fight. Joe has no Unite now. This is so losable. Big speed kiss Rock in back line. He's dead though. He's dead. Fizzle's alive? Joe? Joe's dead. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
And a hero has been found as Blaziken, KO streak of 3, definitely not anonymous.
Sick of Blaziken. 4 KO, let's go.
But 4 KOs for one of the best all-rounders in the game.
That was a complete team wipe, and this is just going to provide the time.
And that's game 2-0 for Daybreak, G and G.